Welcome to this Pilates session for infants. My name's Helena and I'm a Pilates teacher and a children's physio based here in Swansea. Before taking part in this Pilates session, please make sure that you have a clear, safe environment to exercise in. Also, make sure that a grown-up is nearby to help you if needed. Remember, listen to your body and only do the exercises that you are comfortable doing. If you have got any concerns or any questions, have a chat with your physio that recommended these exercises to you. And more than anything, enjoy. Welcome to this Pilates storytime session, which is going to be suitable for children aged 5 to 7 years old. You might need to have a small folded towel or a cushion to hand for some of the exercises in this session. So today we are going to be going to the park. Now, looking outside, it's a little bit cold out there, I think. So before we head onto the park, we want to make sure that we have got the right clothes on. So to start with, we need to make sure we've got our nice thick trousers on. So we're going to roll down to the floor and get our trousers, and we're going to step one foot in, and we're going to step the other foot in and bring them all the way up and do up the zip of those trousers. Now, I wonder if these trousers are going to be warm enough for us. I'm not too sure looking out. I wonder if we might need some warmer ones. What do you think? Let's go again. Let's see if we put some warmer ones on. I think that'll help us. So we're going to roll all the way down again. Let's get our warmer trousers and we're going to step one foot in and we're going to step the other foot in and let's pull those trousers up and zip up those trousers. Now, what else do we need to put on? I think we might need some nice warm socks if we're going out to the park. So we're going to roll all the way down again. And we're going to put one of our nice warm woolly socks on and the other of our nice warm woolly socks, making sure we pull them up nice and high, and we're going to roll all the way back up. And I think we are ready almost to get out to the park. Now, I wonder though, we might need a good woolly coat if we're going to be going to the park in this weather. And our coat is hanging up on our coat hook. So we need to reach high and tall and we need to get our coat off the coat hook. And we're going to put one arm in and we're going to put the other arm in and we're going to make sure that we do our coat all the way up nice and snug. Now, the other thing we need if we're going to go to the park, because I have got a really good idea today, I wonder whether we should go on our bike to the park. And if we're going to go on our bike, what do you think we might need? I think we might need our bike helmet to keep our head safe. So we're going to reach up tall and we are going to get our helmet from the top shelf there, nice and high. I can just about reach it. And we're going to pop it onto our heads and make sure it's on nice and firmly. And I think we are ready to get on our bikes and get to the park. Now, before we're going to cycle all the way to the park, we need to warm up our leg muscles. What do you think? So we're going to come all the way down and we are going to stretch our legs out in front. And we're going to start by pointing our feet and flexing our feet to warm up our feet muscles and warm up our calf muscles all the way up. And then we're going to lie down onto our backs. And we are going to now warm the whole of our legs up, ready to ride our bikes. We're going to stretch our legs all the way out. And we're going to stretch them all the way back in. And then we're going to stretch the other leg all the way out and stretch it back in. I think we need to keep warming up these legs a bit more. It's a bit chilly out there. We don't want to get cold, so let's get these muscles nice and warmed up, ready to go on our bikes to the park. Let's go one more big stretch through that leg and all the way back in. And another big stretch through that leg and all the way back in. And let's hug those knees up to our chest. Now I think we are ready to get on our bikes and get to the park. So we're sitting on our bikes. I want you to imagine we are going to pedal our bikes to the park. And to start with, it's nice and easy. we're just pedaling along the pavement. It's lovely and flat, but I think we might have a little bit of a hill coming up. We're going to have to work these legs super hard to get up this hill. So we're going to press our feet away, and we're going to press the other foot away. Oh, this hill is really long and really steep. We've got to make sure that these legs do a good job if we've got any chance of getting to the top of this hill on our bike. Wow, we've got to stretch those legs, press those feet away. We're nearly at the top of our hill. Now, if we've gone to the top of the hill, hopefully we can whiz down the other side. So we are going to cycle really, really fast. We're going to whiz down this hill, and we're not far away from the park now. We're going to keep going and keep going all the way to the bottom of that hill. And we have arrived at the park. Now, I can see some swings and some slides. Wow, I can see a big climbing frame. How about we head over there to start with? So, first of all, before we get to the big climbing frame and the swings and the slides, we've got a big tunnel to climb through. So we're on our hands and our knees, and it's a big tunnel, but it's quite low and it's quite long. So we're going to crawl all the way through that tunnel. It's a long tunnel. We've got to be nice and careful as we crawl through the tunnel. Don't bang your head on the top of the tunnel all the way through. Nice and steady. I can just about see some light at the end of that tunnel. And we are at the end of the tunnel. Oh, we've got a big climbing ladder to get up. Oh my goodness me, let's come up nice and tall. Nice and tall, and this climbing ladder is pretty high. So we are going to reach one arm and one knee up. And we're going to climb up. And then we're going to reach tall with the other hand and the other foot. Oh, it's a bit of a wobbly climbing ladder. We're going to reach tall with the other foot and the other hand. We're nearly at the top, very, very nearly. We've got just a little way to go. Oh, it's a bit wibbly wobbly. Oh, my goodness me. We've got one more, and I think we're nearly there. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, now, where are we? We've got a wibbly wobbly bridge before we do the fun bit and go down the slide. So if we're going to walk carefully along the wibbly wobbly bridge, we're going to have to make sure we keep our balance. And we've got our feet, one foot in front of the other. Nice and steady. Oh, this is a long wibbly wobbly bridge, but we're nearly at the end of it. And we've got a whooshy slide right at the end of it. As we come round, and we slide all the way down the slide. Oh, wow, I don't know about you. I'm feeling a bit tired. We've been on our bikes all the way up that hill and all the way down the hill, and we've gotten to the park, and we've climbed up a big ladder, and we've whooshed down the slide after going on the wibbly wobbly bridge. I think we need a little rest. So we're going to lie down on our sides. If you've got your little towel, you're going to pop it just here. And it started out a little bit of a cold day, but now the sun is starting to break through the clouds. Shall we imagine that we are drawing those big fluffy clouds in the sky with our toes? So we're going to have a nice long leg, and with our toes, we're going to draw some really big fluffy clouds. Can we keep really still, the rest of us, while we draw these big fluffy clouds? I'm drawing some really big round ones. And sometimes we've got some big fluffy ones like this. And you can choose what kind of clouds are you going to draw in the air. Sometimes we've got big, long, wispy clouds like this. And then we're going to go back and draw some really, really big clouds because the sun hasn't quite burnt through all the clouds yet. There's a lot of clouds in the sky. And again, big, long clouds, wispy clouds. Wow. Now, what else can we see? I don't know about you, but I can see some lovely trees. And the trees have got some flowers on them. They've got some blossom on them because it's a lovely spring day. So, what we are going to do is see if we can catch the blossom as it floats down in the wind. So, can we come up and see if we can get that blossom? We're going to come up and we're going to reach tall and see if we can catch a bit of blossom. And we're going to catch a bit of blossom and we're going to pop it on the floor. And then we're going to come back and see if we can spot any more blossom. Can we see any more blossom in those trees? I can see some more floating down to the ground in that wind. So we're going to come up and we are going to reach for that blossom. There's a bit there and there's a little bit there. Let's pop it down beside us. And let's go down and see if we can find any more blossom in the trees. Because it's ever so breezy on this spring day and it's blowing all the blossom down from the trees. I think we can see some more coming. Let's see if we can come up and get some more. We're going to reach for that blossom and we're going to reach and we're going to pop it down beside us. Wow, what a lovely spring day this is turning out to be. We've still got a few more clouds in the sky, but the sun's working ever so hard to burn through. But let's see if we can draw some more of these clouds in the sky with our feet on the other side this time. So I'm going to draw some big fluffy clouds like this, and you can choose what clouds you're going to draw. What clouds can you imagine are in the sky? We have big ones, round ones, and sometimes we've got long, wispy clouds spreading right across the sky. I'm going to go back and draw a really big, fluffy cloud. Now, the sun's really coming out now and the clouds are slowly starting to all float away. Let's come up and see what else we can find in the park. Now, sometimes we see animals in the park, don't we? And there's one animal that I think we might see in this park because of all the trees that are around. Has anyone ever seen a squirrel in the park? Now, we're going to have to do some good looking if we're going to find any squirrels because they are very good at hiding. So we're going to have our looking glasses on and we're going to have a look over this way. And can we see any squirrels over there? No, I can't see any over there. Let's have a look the other way. Can we see any squirrels over there? No, I think they're all hiding. Let's have a look the other way again. Can we see any? No. And there's so many trees here. I thought we'd see a lot of squirrels, but I can't see any yet. No, there's no squirrels there. I tell you what I can see though. I can see a really big duck pond. And I can see some ducks coming towards us. And I wonder whether they think we might have some lunch for them. So how about we feed the ducks? Because I think I remember that Mummy or Daddy might have put some duck food in our pocket to feed the ducks in the park. So we're going to come up nice and tall and we're going to get our duck food and we're going to scatter that duck food out and see if they come and get it. And we're going to go again, let's see if there's some more, and we're going to scatter that duck food and let's see if the ducks come over. I'm sure they will when they see how much food we've got here. And we're going to scatter that duck food. They are all coming. I think we'll just put a little bit more over there just to make sure that there is enough duck food for all of those ducks. Now, are they coming the other side? I can see some more coming from over there. So let's make sure that those ducks have got plenty for their lunch as well. So we're going to reach back and we're going to get our duck food and we're going to scatter it across and make sure that all the ducks have got plenty for their lunch. We're going to get some more duck food, and we're going to scatter it across, and we're going to get some more, and we're going to scatter it across. And I think that is all the duck food that we have got, and they are really enjoying their dinner. Now, I don't know about you, but it's starting to get really warm. The sun is out, the clouds have all gone. I think we need a little bit of a rest, so we're going to sit down onto our heels, and we are going to reach our arms forwards and rest our head down on the nice warm grass here in the park. And we're going to rock side to side as we give ourselves a nice stretch. And we're going to take a big wide breath in. And as you let that breath go, I want you to imagine that you're blowing those clouds away, away, away across the sky. And again, a big breath in. And you're going to blow those clouds away. And one more big breath in. And a big blow. Now, we have had a really busy day at the park, haven't we? We've crawled through tunnels, we've climbed up the climbing frame, we've walked along the wibbly wobbly bridge, we've gone down the slide, we've caught Blossom in the air, and we've fed the ducks. We didn't see any squirrels, but I think they were all hiding today. But now I feel a bit tired, and I think it's time to start going home. So we're going to get our bike, and we're going to make sure that we've warmed our legs up, ready for this ride home. So we're going to stretch our legs out, and we're going to come and tuck them all the way in and make sure we're warming up these muscles. And we're going to stretch out that leg, and we're going to tuck that leg in. Let's do one more for each leg to make sure these muscles are well and truly ready for this ride home. Oh, a big stretch up. And we're going to stretch that leg out. And a big hug up of that knee. And I think our leg muscles are nice and ready for our ride home. Now, do you remember we whooshed down a big hill just before we got to the park, which means we've got to ride up the hill now to get home. So let's get ready on our bikes. We are going to press our feet into those pedals and press our feet into those pedals to get that bike up the hill. Oh, this is a hard ride. It really is. We've had such a busy day in the park, and we're now having to work our legs so hard, but there's not far. We're going to get to the top of this hill. Only a few more pedals. 1, 2, oh, I think it's just a few more. 3 and 4, that's the last one. That's going to right at the top of the hill, which means one thing, it's a big whoosh down to the bottom of the hill. Nice, fast pedals. Keeping the rest of you super still so that you can work those legs to get you all the way to the bottom of the hill. And we're ever so nearly home. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're home. So we're going to come off our bikes. And we're going to go in through the front door. And before we sit down and have a rest and have our tea, we need to get our big woolly trousers off because we're feeling super warm now. So we're going to roll down and take those trousers off. And we're going to step one foot out and the other foot out. And then we want to take off those woolly socks as well. We're going to roll down and we're going to take off one woolly sock and the other woolly sock. And then we've got one last thing to take off, haven't we? 2 last things to take off, actually. We've got our coats and we've got our bike helmet. We need to put them both really safe. So we're going to take our arms out of our coat and we're going to pop our coat high up on the coat peg. Big reach up as we put the coat there. And then one last thing is to take our helmet up and put it on the top shelf. And we are home, nice and safe and sound, having had a really fun day at the